All right, we're here with Shawn Kanungo. You just did the morning keynote at Growing the North 2025, and you were talking about AI, disruption, digital tech.
Yep.
Really exciting. And as you know, we're here with Work Northwest Alberta, talking about the vibrancy of our region. That's what this conference is about. And you had some really good insights about disruption and status. And so
Yes.
for those people that were trying to attract the region for opportunities in healthcare or trucking or engineering, what do you think about this region in terms of the narrative or the story we can tell about disruption and giving an opportunity for young leaders to find a type of status here in our region?
100%. Yeah. So first of all, let me describe this idea of status. Status is, when many people think about status, they think about luxury or wealth or elites or class, which is what status is not really about. Status is about simply the idea of being valued, respected, and admired by others. And human beings status is in our DNA. We're always looking for status. That's why we do. That's why we want to create something that's better. We want a better status for ourselves, for our families, for our region, etc. And what I was mentioning during my keynote was, to me, the greatest, and this is through my experience working in other industries and other regions, the greatest recruiting tool on the planet is focusing on this idea of status. It's this idea of how can we show people that when they come to this region or they work in this particular industry, that they can feel valued, admired, and respected by others. And if you think about the North, if you think about this particular region, I mean, the fact that you're going to get an incredible standard of living, you're going to get a place to live, to have incredible land, to have a place where there's tons of opportunity, a place where you can grow a family, a place where you can get promoted, where you can get an incredible title, when you can get, all those things are part of being valued, respected, admired by others. And I think a savvy way for the region to promote that, it's like, I showed in my presentation, like if you just had an ad said, hey, you can actually own a place. You can actually have some land. In a world, especially in urban centers where most Canadians, they can't even dream of owning a home. They can't even dream of living somewhere where their name is on the title. Well, here you can do it at one of the lowest. You can start a business here at the lowest corporate tax rate, have your name on title, have all those things that what it truly means to be human. So those are some things that are incredibly opportunistic for this particular region.
Yeah, Shawn, I really like what you did there. You sort of redefined status within the context of recruitment, and you're exactly right. We talk about the opportunity for personal and professional satisfaction and quality of life and above average earnings and below average cost of living and all of these sort of things wrapped together to sort of create this opportunity for the life you want to live for yourself or your growing family, or to come here and find your family. Now, you're an Alberta boy. You travel internationally.
100%.
So tell me about your perspective of you're out there in the world and you're sort of a beacon back for the activity, the economic diversity in Alberta. Talk a little bit about sort of your vantage point.
Yeah, I have this great opportunity to go around the world. Last couple of weeks ago, I was in Portugal. I was in Athens earlier this month. I had this great opportunity to sit in the backseat and speak to people, interact with people with all walks of life across the world. And I fundamentally believe that not only is Alberta the greatest place to live in the world, but we have some of the greatest talent and people and resources and opportunities here. If you go to other places around the world, listen, there's some really nice places. There are really nice people, but in my presentation, I talked about this idea of northern grit, this idea that, being from the north, it's actually scientifically proven that you are more, you have more perseverance, you have more industriousness by living in this particular area, and you see it. I have had the opportunity of working with people around the world. I will pick people from Alberta all day long because of their ability to be resilient, to have grit, and so combine the fact that this is a great place place to live, combined with the fact that we have that grit. I'm just so bullish about this, and I see a lot of unhappiness around the world. I see a lot of people that they don't have a home. They don't have the greatest working conditions. They don't have a great salary. This is like, it's so. I tell my wife all the time, we're just so fortunate and lucky to be born in this province, and that's why we want our kids to live here for the rest of our lives. And how do we inspire more people to show them that this is such a great place to live?
Yeah. So Shawn, if just to borrow your phrasing there, if you have grit, and if you're looking for status as redefined by you, Shawn, I think that was great. Our region, Northwest Alberta, Work Northwest Alberta is telling the story of all of the opportunities, the career opportunities here. You can really have a life of status here, again, the way you defined it, Shawn. So I appreciate your insights today. Lots of insights from your talk today, but that one about status and Northern Grit, I think that was definitely appropriate for Work Northwest Alberta.
Love it. Well, listen, I'm more than happy to be on here and get more people to this particular region, and the work that you're doing is so important. So thank you so much for having me.
Beauty. Thanks, Shawn.